Hey there. Hey everybody, I am Shannon and I am popping on to just do part one of my next mani, and it's going to be in two parts because the first one I'm going to do a whole layer of Midnight in Manhattan, which is the black solid strip. Oh, I forgot to grab this, my little trash pants. See? All right, so I'm starting with a coat of nail strengthener, Color Street nail strengthener on this hand, on my left hand, and I did OPI Nail Envy on my right hand. I've been doing it for my last two or three manis that I've already done. I've been doing different nail strengthener to try to see if I can tell a difference in the long term. So we're giving it a shot. I think I forgot to do different ones last time, but one or two times before that I did. So I am going to give you guys some tips and tricks here on applying solids, because I know people struggle with solids. This is a cream solid or a cream finish solid. Again, this is Midnight in Manhattan. I have some nails that I struggle with more than others because of how curvy they are. So this next one that I'm going to do is one of my super curvy nails because I have a crooked pinky. So what I do on this is just, you have to kind of work slowly to smooth out. You pull the sides taut, pulling them to be as smooth as you can. And then again, I start at my base of my finger and I'm pushing up and out as I slowly work my way up here. I'm going to cut it with my thumb, and then I can come back in and clean up all the excess. And I like to use either the rubber cuticle pusher or an orange stick to clean up the excess if I have any. And this actually doesn't have too much. So you can also come in with the rubber cuticle pusher. So it's the cuticle pusher with the little rubber tip. I'm sure there's different looking ones. This is the kind that I have. I might zoom in. Hold on a second. Can I do that while I'm recording? A little bit? Oh, maybe that's too close. Okay, so just trying to check everything at the same time as I'm doing this. So I will smooth the strips out with the rubber cuticle pusher, and then I usually clean up the excess with the orange stick, the wood orange stick. So this one has a little extra at the top here that, oh, it looks like it's just disconnected in that one little spot. And I come and I clean that up. And then this little bit here overlapping the skin area, I like to clean up as well. See if I can keep that in frame. I always forget that I'm filming when I'm doing this, so that I have to remember to check that it's in frame. So I apologize in advance if I move out of frame too much. All right, so those are the first two. They're pretty good. I'm going to move on to the next fingers. So I do get two strips done, or two nails done with one strip. You do not have to do it that way. There are certainly enough strips that you don't have to. I tend to try if I can. I don't always succeed. Sometimes the strips will fold over on itself. Sometimes different things will happen. So, or sometimes my nails are too long, whatever. So again, some of my nails are pretty simple to they lay pretty flat when I do that. I'm gonna rub that down. Hold on, I'm gonna shift the whole camera setup over a little bit. There, since I zoomed in, I think I need to be a little bit closer. All right, hope that's okay. Let's see, this end got a little funny. It ripped and it folded on itself. So actually, I'm just gonna skip using that one and we'll just use a second strip on the other hand because we have extras and I can do that. It's not a big deal. I'll only use, so let me try to step by step on this one. So you're gonna wanna put your nail strip down as close to the base of your nail at the cuticle as you can without overlapping that skin at the base of your nail. So what I do is I like to line it up, smooth it down in the middle, and then I take and start to push it out at the sides. And then as I do that, I'm pulling at the tip gently to smooth it out on the edges or on the sides of the nails. And then I just, so if you have all this excess, a lot of you will use the other strip, but because I don't need to, I'm gonna go ahead and gather it up. That keeps it nice and clean, if you can see that. And then I'll just cut underneath my nail so it still wraps around underneath some. If you can see, I'll show you, hold on. It's all stuck to my finger, my skin way. Okay, so it still's wrapped around at the base of my nail here. Because I'm cutting underneath the strip. That's going to help protect those tips a little bit. Give a little bit of extra protection against the tips wearing. All right, so again, I smooth out the edges if I have any sort of wrinkles. Push down at the base, make sure that's nice and adhered well, nice and smooth. Same thing on this side. All right, so then I'm gonna go, this nail is more curved. I'm gonna use the straighter sides for this finger. And then I will, so I put it back on the paper backing that it came on. If you notice, we call that the anchor technique. This set's a little sticky, so this tab doesn't want to separate so smoothly, but that's okay. Because then I can handle the strip and you don't have to touch the strip as much. You can certainly handle the strip if they're very sticky though, sometimes it gets a little hard to get off your skin. So again, I line it up against my base of my nail, not overlapping my cuticle, and then smooth it out. I'm a little off center, so I have a little more overlap on this side than I probably normally would have, but that's okay. Again, I'm gonna let it wrap around the tip and cut underneath. And then I'll clean up that edge after. I don't know if I ruined too much of the strip at the top of it to use this. So let's see here if that is going to give me enough coverage. Barely, but it does. So I was able to still use that end even though I kind of messed up the one end of it, the tip. So I'm going to smooth this out. And then we will clean up the excess on both of these fingernails. I have excess overlap at the tip here that I want to cut and peel off before it sets too much. Still trying to keep some overhang or wrapping around the tip. And then I have a little excess in this part along my sides of my nails here. I always have rough, I get like the hangnails and stuff. So I've been trying to test out comparing the Color Street cuticle oil with regular jojoba oil. And I was doing good for the first few weeks, and I have been kind of failing at keeping up with doing it daily, so it has dropped off to less than daily, to more like a couple times a week. These little I want to clean up that little edges. It's like those one little pieces, and then I always have to be careful because I get them underneath my fingernails, and then I get them stuck under my neck strips, which always seems to happen when I'm making a video. It's like these little tiny pieces that stick to things. They stick to the orange stick and the... All right, so I will try to be better after this mani and get the, stay more vigilant maybe, on the cuticle oil to test that out. I have these heat bags. My fingers get cold in my office. I have our air conditioning's on. It's like in the 90s here and humid. And even with the vent closed in the office here, I can feel the cold air blowing on me. So I try to keep my hands warmer and the strips warmer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, this is with my curvy nail. So see how it curves that way? Oh, let's see, focus. There, curves this way, and it curves from base to tip. So this is where it gets the hardest to apply solids to. This is my two hardest nails, are my pointer fingers. So what I'd like to do is, if I can do this slowly enough, is pull that strip tight to smooth it out. And the key is to not get it like pleated or wrinkled at the tip when you're kind of gathering it in. So that's pretty good. It looks like I have kind of, these strips almost seem like they have like line, like they're showing, I don't know. Let me see here. It's like they're showing my nail marks from me handling them. Again, we gotta pull gently from the top and kind of smooth out as I go. And then I can gather it and trim it off, which sometimes I need help to trim. I need to use the orange stick or the wood orange stick or the rubber cuticle pusher to help get that excess off. Sometimes I can just use my fingernails. So this has a little overlap on my skin right there. So then I generally take my orange stick and just kind of go along the base of my nail bed and kind of try to just pick that off. All right. So okay. So this is just the base of my next mani. So I probably don't have to be super picky because it's gonna get partially covered. But I am very much a perfectionist. So I try to start with something as good as I can. And then I usually cannot get too 2 of my thumbnails done with one strip, so I'm not even going to bother on this one. I'd like to use this wider side of this nail if I don't stretch it out too funny. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of that end. I might have stretched it a little weird. Can I fix that? All right, so let's see if I line that up as close as I can at the base of my nail to my cuticle without actually going over that skin. All right, and then I'm gonna wrap it around. I'm gonna take this one and just gather. So this part you can file underneath your strip, or again, I just cut with my nail because that's how I find is the quickest for me. All right. And then a little bit of excess here, not a lot, but just enough that I want to clean up. And then, oops, I got a little gouge with that last little swipe I did, silly me. But again, it's going to be covered. So it's not the end of the world. These are so shiny. Even though they're cream, they're called cream finish. They're just the, I guess our creams are matte, or are shiny. Color Street does not have matte strips, which I'm okay with because I'm not a huge fan of the matte nails, but there is a matte top coats that people do use if they like a matte finish. I have seen some cool looks that use both the shiny and a matte finish to make different like pattern or design, and that's kind of cool. Did I get anything on that strip? No. Okay. All right, last one. Let's do this last. Oh, I see that I didn't clean off my one fingernail. Oh, and I set that a little high, so it's not at the base, but that's okay. I didn't clean off my pointer finger on that other side, so I will have to do that as well. All right, and instead of using my thumb that I just did and that hasn't cured yet as the tool to cut it, I'll go in here with my orange stick and gently like cut the strip, the excess off using that. Gently, or not as gently, depending on your pain tolerance, I guess. All right, and then I gotta clean up the edges. So, as I was saying, it's very hot here. I am in Minnesota. It is, I don't know what day it is. It's Thursday. And we, it's like 93, 95 it's going to be today. What is it right now? It's 93 right now. So, my family, we are not huge outdoor summer people. We like to be in the air conditioning controlled temperature, house or building or whatever. So we do lots of movies in the summer when it's like super hot out. But I like going outdoors and doing stuff, but I like it when it's like 60s and 70s, which is very short time frame in Minnesota here. So, all right, so this is solids. Oh, I have to clean up that one nail that I forgot to finish cleaning up. Let's see if I can do that without ruining these ones. And then I'm going to finish. So this is just the base. This is Midnight in Manhattan. I wanted to show little tips of how I apply solids to get them nice and smooth. I am seeing I get some, they're not even wrinkles. They're just some like lines from like my nails in my kind of showing up in the strip, but I think they're not too bad. getting some fun glare from the sun. So this is Midnight in Manhattan, one layer of Color Street's cream base solid or cream finish solid black strip. So this is the base for my next mani, which will be this is the base, and then I'm going to finish it in part 2, which is going to be a lot more tedious. So, all right. Thanks for joining.